Welcome to Spoken Threads.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Spoken Threads. My name is Nomfundo. I'm here with my sisters.
Thato.
Benice.
Welcome. Today's show, we're going to be talking about surviving heartbreak. I don't know why I was put to talk about surviving heartbreak. Girls. I think we've all been through heartbreak. So, love is something else here. And when you are young and in love, heartbreak can happen. And in my situation, it was this young man who cheated on me.
How old were you?
I was 20-something.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's heartbreak.
Okay.
Yeah, that's heartbreak.
Late teens and early 20s is heartbreak.
I don't think it's an age thing.
Mhm.
I think it can happen.
It can happen, yeah. It can happen when you are in the 40s, whatever. But I think that when you are younger, it hits more because you are
young,
stupidly, you stupidly love young, dumb, and broke.
Young, dumb, and broke.
Yeah. And I think for me it was just the hurt from the cheating, and I was like, how could this happen to me? Because you always hear about other people, like friends, it's happening to friends, and you think it can never happen to you. Like, oh no, this is a good guy. He's a good man. You think he's a good man, and he cheated on me.
This is an evolving topic. What
Yeah.
makes a good man?
Right?
Okay, we'll revisit that another time. But yeah, you just don't realize that it can happen to you, and it really affects your self-esteem. It affects your trust issues.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to heal from that. And I think the important thing that I did for myself in that situation when I was in my 20s is taking the time to heal from the heartbreak
Before you go into that, let's dial it back a little bit.
Okay.
So you were in your 20s.
Yes.
What happened? How long were you guys dating?
Okay.
Details.
What happened?
You want the details.
You want the tea.
So I was in my 20s, working and living in Cape Town. And I don't know, when someone changes the way that they behave around you?
Yeah.
So
The routine.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
What was the routine?
So I went away on holiday
Okay.
for 2 weeks.
You were living together?
No, we weren't living together.
Okay.
I went away on holiday for 2 weeks, and things were good before then. And then I came back, and I'm like, oh, happy to see you, I'm back. And there was a change. A person's like not as available as they used to be.
Okay.
They're not calling like they used to call. They're distracted by their phone all the time. And he was a smoker. So he would be taking more smoke breaks. And when he takes a smoke break, he takes a phone with him. So I'm like, so one day, I know this is like the worst thing you could do. One day, the phone was just sitting there. I think maybe it was in the bathroom or something. I took the phone. I'm like, and I saw there was a number. I took down the number. I wrote it down.
Okay.
And I called her. It was a girl. And I phoned her. And I made it seem like I wasn't asking. I wasn't like a woman to woman. It wasn't like, hello, this is Sandra.
Yes.
No.
What did you say?
No.
Yeah.
It was more like, hi, I'm looking to start this business, and I hear you know this person. It's like, yeah, my boyfriend is so-and-so. And then I'm like, tell me more. I'm like, that's it. So I confronted this person, and when you date someone, some people like they leave their stuff, like CDs, whatever. I know this person, and of course they denied. I'm like, okay, that's it. And then what I did was I started selling some of the stuff that we left over on on Gumtree. But what I did was I put his number down.
What?
Yes.
That's like a revenge.
Yeah. So yes. So I was talking about heartbreak. I was heartbroken. So I wrote down his number. So people were calling him, say, "Oh, you're selling this." So like something that was like music CDs like really valuable.
And he's shocked that
yeah.
I'm not.
So they were calling him, and
that it was you that put his stuff in there.
Because he knew where he left it. He borrowed me the
Okay.
CD, he borrowed me this, borrowed me that, So the heartbreak was, and I think it's something you learn from, you get stronger from.
How long did it take
And you laugh about it like today, like 20 years later. I think maybe 2 years. Yeah, it took 2 years because I thought it was a serious relationship. I really thought this was it. And I just sort of like hang out with friends. That's when your friends can come to your rescue and you hang out with friends and you just do fun things, just distract yourself, work and so forth. So that's
Why
my
the revenge?
heartbreak.
Why the revenge? You could have just
Let
closed the
it go.
chapter, moved on. Why the revenge?
Ladies, that heartbreak, hey? You find yourself doing young, dumb stuff things, when you're young and dumb, you do stupid things, But I survived it, And I think sometimes you're happy to go through the bad things so that you can come out of it a different person, a person that sees the red flags. Sometimes the red flags are there and you don't notice them. And maybe you were like just so much in love, you don't see the red flags. And
Don't see the writing on the wall.
And I looking back, I was like, that was a red flag. That was a red flag. And I don't like smoking, like to be around smoking. And he was a smoker. That was like, that should have been the one thing.
Correct.
No. So that's my heartbreak story. And if this person is watching this, it's okay, you're forgiven. So we moved on. Right?
Can't pass that face. Cut the t-shirt.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a lot of friends that have been through heartbreak, and I'm sure you guys have as well, that go through heartbreak, and especially when you're young, I think it's more of a pandemic when you are younger.
And it's always a 50-50. Either you go revenge route, and that's why I asked the question, or you cut your losses and you just move on and leave them to God.
Yeah. And then there's also a personality thing, and also the growth thing.
Yeah.
I can imagine you cutting and
Listen, I cut.
Yeah.
I think Thato and I are the same.
Yeah. You know what
I wouldn't go there again. Straight up, just like, okay, this is where we're at. Let's just start over.
No, we understand that we're different people, and sometimes it's, if I can use the word, therapeutic for other people. That could be the beginning of your healing phase. To say, you know what, I'm going to get to. And you do.
Yeah.
I think other people also go into denial.
Yes.
It's like a grieving process, I would imagine. Because it's loss.
It's a loss, it is a loss.
So you go through the natural phases of first you're angry. There's some bit of denial. Did this really happen? You ask the question, why me? I never imagined it could happen to me. So I think, you go
through the stages. And I think I'm not the kind of person to slash tires or to like something. But for me, it was like No. But honestly, I didn't put my phone number, so it wasn't really silent. It was just making this little phone here to spotting it. But I think also, I think people have to just be careful about becoming violent.
Correct.
You don't need to be messy. If it's like something soft like what I did, I think mine was really soft compared to what I've heard.
So in hindsight, would you do the same thing? What would you advise our young listeners
I think
to do in such a situation?
I think listening to the red flags. Definitely listen to the red flags. And sometimes we are just so blinded by things, but talking to other people as well, to your close friends. I'm not saying that always, especially in your 20s, not all friends are in it,
correct,
have the right intentions for you.
Because they're also just as young and broken.
Exactly. Exactly. But I think just your instinct will tell you. Correct. Sometimes we just ignore the instinct, ignore the red flags. But when they're there, they're screaming, you must listen to those. So that's the advice I would give.
Good advice.
And I think, some people might are very lucky they have not gone through heartbreak because they've had really supportive relationships since they were young, which is also fine. But I think going through that heartbreak was a huge lesson for me as well in how I carried forth future relationship, when getting married and so forth, and knowing what was the right person.
Yeah.
Was the right person to get married to. Yeah. So that's my heartbreak story.
Maybe in the next episode we should just unpack red flags. I know it's a term that is used socially.
Yes.
And it could be anything. A red flag could be a green flag for me.
Yes.
But what is it? You spoke about instincts.
Yeah.
Maybe your values.
The personality traits.
Yeah.
So maybe we need to
unpack that. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely be unpacking that in future episodes.
Yeah.
This is Spoken Threads. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. And from us, we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.